Hey, welcome back, racing fans, to horseracingbarns.com. This is Ellis Park Mike. I'd like to apologize for being gone here for the last week or so, but I got married to my best friend. Had a wonderful weekend, Labor Day weekend. Back to business now, and we're going to do Belmont Park today as we start Belmont Stakes week. The card today is just so-so. But we will handicap it anyway, and hopefully we make a little money and save some money for the weekend when all the good races are coming, including the Belmont Stakes and many more good stake races. Today's first race at Belmont is a beaten $15,000 claimer at 1 1/8 on the main track. There's not a horse in here that stands out to me. I think it's a throw-out race to me, but if you force me to pick a horse, I'll go with number 4, Macho Muchacho. Finished fourth in the last 2 starts at Belmont and was on the rail on both of those. Gets off the rail today. Maybe that's just what he needed against a very weak bunch. For me, it's Macho Muchacho, but I would pass the race. Wait for the second. And the second is a maiden $25,000 claimer at 1 1/16 on the inner grass at Belmont, and keep an eye on the weather report because you know how New York is. They will take these races off the turf in a heartbeat, and there's some really good turf races today if they stay on. 5 of them to be exact. If they take them off, of course, the card will be devastated with scratches, and you know, you're kind of on your own if that happens. But we're hoping that it'll stay on. The weather looks like it's going to be dry for today, so we'll hope for grass. And if we have grass, my top pick in the second race will be number 2, English Notes. And this is a horse that's 5-2 morning line, second choice. Is dropping down from 40,000 to 25. Was a good second at Gulfstream for maiden 75,000. So obviously, as run gets better, gets a field here that's not quite as good, I'll make him my top choice. My second choice would be number 5, Allura, for my good friend Billy Turner, trainer of Seattle Slew, Triple Crown winner in 1977. Horse was a good 6th, got beaten only 3 lengths in his first start of the year. On the grass, stretches out a little bit here, has a grass pedigree. Make him my second choice. Third choice, number 8, Candelabra, for another good friend, George Weaver. 4th, beaten only 5 lengths, and his initial start on grass at this level here at Belmont should improve. Race was a pretty fastly run race. Give him a shot as well. For me, it's 2, 5, and 8, and race number 2. Number 3, I guess you could call the feature race of the day. It's an allowance A other than at 6 furlongs for fillies and mares. Compact field of 5. My top choice is going to be number 5, Superior Sarah. Tom Albatrani. This filly has 3 wins. She's a New York bred, so she went through her New York bred conditions. Now tries the open company. She's tried it twice and was 2nd and 3rd in both those races. Got a little break. Now comes back. Really nothing she's done wrong in her 11 starts. I'll make her my top choice. The other 2 picks in here will be the 3 and the 4. 3 is Orient Moon, Todd Pletcher. Horse broke her maiden very easily down at Gulfstream Park in April. Not sure what she was facing, but she did it the right way. 4 is Silverette, also a speed horse, along with Orient Moon. And she's done really nothing wrong either in 4 starts. A win, 2 seconds, and a 4th. 4th being here at Belmont after stumbling. So I'm going to go 5, 3, 4 in here. Race number 4 is a 1 1/16 turf for beating $35,000 claimers. Fillies and mares here again. My top choice will be number 2, the West Rim. And this is a horse that's dropping down in class. Was 2nd for 40 down at Gulfstream in March, and then tried a little overnight stake at Calder that was rained off, and she didn't run at all in that race. Shipped her up to New York. and she looks like she fits really well with these. I'll make her my top choice. Second choice will be number 6, Leah the Punisher. First time for Tony Dutrow. Ships in from California. Ran against better out there. Has a win on the grass out there. Tony Dutrow, very good trainer. Good guy. Will probably be the favorite. I'll make her my second pick. Third choice, number 1, First Whippoorwill. Graham Motion ships this horse down from Fair Hill after 2 straight wins in Maryland. Last one being on the grass. Gets Edgar Prado. Also like number 3, Another Please. Another horse coming off 2 straight wins. One at Gulfstream, one at Belmont, both on turf. They were both narrow wins, but the horse showed that she she knows where the wire is and she knows how to get there. So for me, 2, 6, 1, and 3 in the 4th. The 5th is the last leg of the early pick 4. It's a non-winners of 3 lifetime allowance, optional claimers for $50,000 at 5.5 furlongs on the main track. And I decided in a very tough race here, and this is any of these horses can win this race. It's a 6-horse field, but they're all got a shot. I'm going to single number 6, Vexer. This is a John Kimmel trained colt who won the Grade 2 Nashua at Belmont last fall, beating a horse named Triniberg, who turned out to be a pretty decent sprinter. Has hooked some very good horses. Gets an easier spot here. I'm going to make him my top pick with Javier Castellano. Race 6 is a 7-furlong turf event for New York bred maiden special weights. These are fillies and mares. And I'm going to go to the outside here. My top pick is going to be number 9, Strike Accord. John Kimmel once again trains this filly. Her 2 races on grass were both thirds. She has a grass pedigree. She ran second in her last start, February 29th, at Aqueduct in the mud. I think the grass is where she belongs. I'll make her my top choice. Number 8, Rockin' Cozy. Carl Domino brings this filly in here. Was 5th at this level at Belmont, going 6th last time out. Johnny V sticks with him. It was a favorite that day. Probably needed that race. She'll be tough. Third choice is going to be number 3, Royal Suspicion. James Ryerson, good friend Jimmy Ryerson. Was a fast closing second at Maiden 25 Open Company last time. On the grass, gets back to New York breds. Give her a chance. That turf race was her first one, and it was a good one, so Jimmy decided to up her in class and see how she runs. Number 5, Frutidi Mar for Christophe Clement. First time starter by Langfuhr, Julien Leparoux. You never can count Clement out in these first time grass races. This horse been training up Saratoga. Just okay, but you don't want to let him beat you. So for me, it's 9, 8, 3, 5 in the 6th at Belmont. Race 7, 6 furlong, maiden $25,000 claimer on the grass. You guessed it, fillies and mares. We'll go with number 3, Lawless Miss is our top pick. Alan Goldberg brings this horse in. Ramon Dominguez gets on. It's been off since March 15th. Its one lone grass race was last year at Monmouth, and it ran okay, beating 4 lengths. I believe grass is where this filly belongs. She's dropping way down in class. She's 6-1 morning line, but probably not going to get that. But she will be my single in the late pick 4. Number 3, Lawless Miss. Also like number 6, Believe in Betty. This is a Dominic Galuccio trained filly. Javier Castellano gets on. 2nd and 3rd in both of her last 2 starts at this level. Seems to like the grass, seems to like Belmont Park. Make her my second choice. My third choice will be number 11, Carrie Princess. First time out on the turf, last time out against Maiden 25. Made the lead, showed the lead all the way to the end, got beat a length and a quarter. Obviously, the grass is where she belongs. She's bred for it. Malin Studard sticks with her. So for me, it's going to be 3, 6, 11 in race number 7. Eighth race is a $25,000 beaten claimer. A mile and the 16th on the turf, and we got some big boys in here. And my top pick will be number 3, Gunman. Tony Dutrow claimed this horse 3 back. He immediately won with him first time off the claim, upped him to starter allowance. Turf came up yielding. The horse did not like it at all. He trailed all the way around, never run a step. The race was a little tougher than he's used to, but maybe the off track got him too. He's back where he belongs. He's going to be my top choice. Number 2, Kitten and May, be my second choice for Chad Brown. Both wins lifetime have been on the turf. One here at Belmont, one at Gulfstream. Gets his main man, Javier Castellano. Third choice will be number 6, Raging Wit. This horse, first time out of the box was May 17th of this year. 7 furlong turf race and didn't run a jump. Finished last. Has back class that would make him tough in here. Has a great pedigree. Believe he needed that race. Worked well since that race. So for me in race 8, it's going to be 3, 2, and 6. Race 9, the finale here at Belmont, is a beaten $15,000 claimers at 6 furlongs on the main track. My top pick will be number 6, Super Slash, for Steve Caceres. Ran May 12th for $30,000, beaten claimers, and was a good 4th. Drops down to 15 as a 7-time winner at 6 furlongs. Ran well here at Belmont. He'll be my top pick. Second choice will be number 7, Born Flirt. Won his last start at maiden for 15 hours and 2 lifetime here at Belmont in the mud. Ramon Dominguez rode him that day. Sticks with him. Probably the favorite. Deserves a chance. My last horse in here will be number 10, Skittles and Bob. Gary Gullo trains this horse. Karen McLaughlin had him the last 2 starts and resulted in a win and a second. The second was in the mud. It's back to fast track, but it's done nothing wrong since moving to New York. So I'll make him my third choice. So that'll be 6, 7, and 10 in race 9. Want to wish everyone good luck out there today. Be careful. It's we might have an off track. Save your money. We got some big races coming up this weekend. This is Ellis Park Mike saying, any day at the track is a good day. See you guys tomorrow.